The essay focuses on the identity of India through its language. There are different communities of people in India which follow different religions. Language helps in shaping people's identity. Can people get their identity without language? It is impossible. Language plays a role in shaping our identity. Language has a history and geography of its own. Let me tell you about this. In our country, there are different regions. The natural environment and cultural heritage of each region of our country has its own significance and beauty. Let me give you an example. We share and discuss with our friends the experience of visiting different places. When people have experience of visiting Kerala, they talk about its bounty of the backwaters and the immense beauty of its nature. Similarly, when people visit Himachal Pradesh, they talk about Rishikesh, famous for its river rafting and grand beauty. This is how people discuss and share their experience of visiting different places of India. In India, we give our natural resources a godlike divine status. Like the river Ganga, which is sacred to Indians, people worship her and they have their own cultural beliefs. This divine character of our cultural beliefs is carried forward from one generation to another. Natural resources are worshipped in India, like rivers, trees, land. All these natural resources have great significance and are highly respected by the people of India. In India, the river Ganga is mother for us. Similarly, Himalayas are like father for us, which protects the country from severe cold. Also, we worship land, we worship the sky gods and ask for blessings. Likewise, different natural resources are worshipped here. Land is treated as a mother in India because we get our basic needs like food through land and we get water from rain. All these necessities are fulfilled by these resources. That is why people respect them and they are very important for us. The English name of our country is India and the name of India in Hindi is Bharat, which means a land surrounded in divine light. And people of India call Bharat as Dev Bhumi. What does that mean? Let me tell you. Dev means God and Bhumi means land. So Dev Bhumi means land of the gods. Most of the people of our country don't use the word India to mention the country's name. They use the word Dev Bhumi. There are many gods with myriad forms which are worshipped in India, who act as a protector. Let me give you an example. In Hindu mythological wars, we see that Ram defeated Ravan to rescue his wife Sita. Similarly, many wars held between the gods and the demons for the victory of good over evil, which shows that God always acts as a protector. All people have their own cultural beliefs. They follow different gods and respect them. That is why India is called Dev Bhumi. India is called the land of gods, Dev Bhumi, because of its various holy places and abundant shrines. In all these places, Sanskrit language have been used by the priests from generation to generation. The connection of all concepts of life creates a pride of belonging amongst the people of India. Not just that, but it also establishes and nurtures an eternal and sacred relationship between land, language, people, and their culture. This is not possible without language. Language helps us to connect with our religious and cultural beliefs and traditions. And that is why people have respect to the religion which they follow, which is very important. How do people connect to these ideologies. Let me give you an example. We usually see Hindu priests wearing orange attire and have a tika on their forehead. This entire attire is so close to their mind and spirit that they do not want to let go of this. And this is how culture and religion play an important role in people's life. Let me give you another example. In India, we see ethnic and religious conflicts, political issues, discrimination, inequality, and many other problems. If any other country mocks India or Indians, the anger of our countrymen knows no boundaries. Despite of having disputes, people come together for their nation to show that we are united and our country is our pride. Earlier, when India was captured by the Britishers, the British made fun of many languages that existed in our country. They would think that the level of Indian languages is very low and English is superior. So they tried to influence the languages of India. People began to adapt their language, but it did not completely affect the use of Hindi language. People were still using Hindi language because it is the mother language of our country. And since many years, people of India have been following Hindi language. When India was captured and ruled by the Britishers, they exploited and oppressed the people of India. During that time, Indians had to suffer a lot. The freedom fighters of our country, like Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, Bhagat Singh, and many others fought with the Britishers. Many people were not empowered to stand for their rights and to stand against oppression. Then, through literature and art, our freedom fighters kindled a national awakening for independence, which was very insightful for the common people. India is called as the land of gods. Also, it is called as Matrubhumi. During the British rule, the freedom fighters of our country would dedicate the songs for Mother India. This helped in awakening mass desire amongst Indian people for overthrowing British rule and to make our country independent. Jawaharlal Nehru was one of the great freedom fighters. During the British rule, he was imprisoned in jail by the Britishers. While he was in jail, he wrote a book, Discovery of India. In this book, he mentioned about his life experiences of living in India. Through this, he wanted to bring awareness in the society about the rights of the people and encourage them to fight for their nation with bravery. Similarly, Mahatma Gandhi's Hind Swaraj impacted Indians for independence like nothing else did. This greatly influenced the people of India and they fought to remove the Britishers from our country. And eventually, Britishers left India and our country got independence. So, the struggle for independence in India was inspired not only for political factors, but also whether you are looking at Muslim communities, Punjabi communities, the Britishers were not able to influence the culture and language of our country. There is an important link between the language and culture. For time immemorial, we know that language and culture share a very strong bond with each other. The people relate with each other through an expression of ideas, thoughts, and emotions, whether they are rich or poor. This bond continues to stay irrespective of their class and creed. This happens to an exchange of ideas and thoughts. This also builds respect within the communities. If you look at language, there are different languages and different cultures. Each community has its own language and culture, and there is a very strong bond. Look at India. It is one country. Everyone is united. even though we have diversity. If we look at north, south, east, and west of Indian zones, do we have the same cuisines? No. We have different cuisines of each region, state, and even within a state. Let's take a person traveling from Tamil Nadu to Bombay. And when they sit down to interact and share their experiences, there is an instant connection that they build with each other. We do not write off people with different languages or cultures, but we feel a very strong connect with them and we accept them with an open heart because Indians consider our country as motherland, and this holds high value in our hearts. When India was captured by the Britishers, we Indians suffered a lot. We struggled and fought with the Britishers to make our country independent. And eventually, when Britishers left, we were a free country. So our struggle for independence from British rule was an attempt to redeem and retrieve our common cultural identity and pride.